Today we're making a Tiki Paloma so anal that it has to be a Garrett Richard cocktail. Hello and welcome back to the Cocktail Alchemist, and today we are making the Kingston Zing, which is essentially, as I said, a tiki form of the Paloma. The original recipe used Ting soda, but I'm using the recipe from the book, which respect the original recipe a little bit, and I think made it a lot better. Nothing against Ting and Ray and Nephew, I love them both, but I just like the fresh juice taste a lot better. Let's get started, shall we? So to start off, we need a dash of grapefruit bitters. Then we're going to use five drops of saline, like most of his cocktails do. And now we can add the citrus, which in this case is going to be only 3/8 of an ounce of lime juice. So you really don't need too much. It would help if I added gin. Then we're going to go back to this grapefruit punch syrup that we used in a cocktail previously. And we are going to use half an ounce of it. And now we're going to whip shake this by itself, but we're not going to whip shake it with a bunch of crushed ice. We're going to do 1 cube of ice. And you're going to whip shake that until that ice is completely dissolved. I'm going to relock this. And now we're going to pseudo double strain it, as in we're just going to put it through a fine mesh strainer and just build it right there. Next up, we're going to add the booze, which in this case is Ray and Nephew, but they asked specifically for it to be freezer temperature, so I pulled a little bit out of the bottle and put it in the freezer for a while. And we're going to use 1.5 ounces of that. Now before we add the ice, we're going to add a dash of soda water just to get the effervescence going. Just like that. Now we can add the ice. I know this is a highball, but even still, it is still a tiki cocktail. And with cocktails in general, but especially tiki cocktails, you really want to add as much ice as you can. That's going to do it. Let's not make a mess of our cutting board. And we're going to top it with more soda water, pouring off the ice. And now for garnish, we're going to do a grapefruit slice. Just snake it in there like that. And a lime pigtail. Now, it's pretty hard to do pigtails with limes because their skin is really, really delicate. So we're going to be very careful, going pretty slow on this. think that's long enough. So we're going to stop it there. And we're just going to coil it. And drop it on there. And here we go, the Kingston Zing. Let's give this guy a try. It's everything I want from a tiki cocktail, but really, really pared down. You get that bitterness from the grapefruit, but you also get the sweetness from the punch syrup. And you get that funk from the Wray and Nephew, the effervescence of the soda, the sharpness of the lime. This is a drink that is greater than the sum of its parts, as they say. And its parts are pretty amazing. Normally, I would say, like, if you don't have the time, then just don't worry about the cocktail. Definitely find something a little bit simpler. Make this punch syrup, enjoy it in this cocktail specifically. This is fantastic. That's gonna do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.